Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while since I've posted a video, and today is the second day of open beta, or should I just say release of the game, because yes, it has been resetted once. So today is the second day and I would like to clear Annihilation 2. You might see I haven't cleared Annihilation 1, but that is for other reasons. So I was going to record this on stream, but Auto decided to fail on me. So I decided to actually record it on my own. So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'll do all of this manually, and I'll just show you guys my team. I'll have 3 healers, 2 single target healer, and then an AoE heal. I have 2 tanks, Quora and Croissant. You can really just bring any tank in my opinion. I have a push operator and a pull operator. So if you don't have rope, we will be getting Cliffheart, who is a pull operator on day 7. So if you play the game for 7 days, you will get Cliffheart. So don't worry if you don't have rope. And if you don't have F Eater, you can just bring Shaw. Okay? I have a AoE mage, Lava or Katana will also work. I bring Melantha. Melantha's always good. I think everyone should have her. If you don't, just bring like any guard that deals high damage. I have 2 snipers, Cruz and XGI. Potentially, you can bring a AoE sniper instead of 2 single target snipers, but that doesn't really matter. I've got Zima, who is a defense type vanguard who generates deploy points as time passes. You will definitely want one of these. Fang will do, and Courier will also do the job. Now let's begin. So this video will be pretty lengthy, especially in the first part, because there's really nothing going on in the first part. But I will just place my operators down and tell you guys what's going on. So Vanguard down and a sniper up. I mean, Vanguard's facing left, sniper facing up. So just saying, I did not come up with this clear method. I think I watched it somewhere else. I watched it from another guy's video from Bilibili, and I'll put a reference video down below, but think of this as a translation of mine and a bit of tweak because I didn't have all the operators he has, so I just tweaked it to mine. If you guys want to make sure or like learn more, you guys can check out that video as well. And now put Melantha facing left to deal some damage. So you see there are bottom row coming up, top row coming down, and the left side, right? From the top row there will be ranged enemies coming from the top. So if I want to put a push unit here and a healer here, the best way to do is I should put the push unit first and then put the heal unit second, because the range units tend to attack the newest deployed operator in their range, and I want that to be a heal because she can heal herself, and the pusher just can't heal and no one's gonna heal her anyway. So here, as you can see, my health hasn't dropped, so I would like to deploy my XGI facing left so she can deal some damage before they come over. And you see in Annihilation, your deploy point don't auto regenerate, so having a Vanguard that helps you regenerate those deploy points are really important. That's why you must at least bring one. Now, really I can do it in whichever order I want, so I'll put a rope facing right here, and then a heal facing down, healing my melee units with my AoE heal. Waiting for more deploy points. And on the way, if you feel like your life is going low, you feel free to use all of your skills. Doesn't really matter. I don't really have like a specific time to say, oh, when to use what skill. It's just sometimes things can get really broken, so I just decided to record this on my own. So a single healer facing up. So if you can see, this single healer and this AoE healer are healing the same block, which is this block. So later on I can place a defender up here, so she gets my Quora, who I'll be placing, will be taking heals from both sides. That makes her way more tankier if I only have one heal. And once I place my Quora down, there will be really nothing to do. Before around, if you look at the top, around 200 and about 65 enemies in, I would say, there will be no actions whatsoever. So if you feel like it, I will post a timestamp down below for you guys to click through to 665 enemies about that, and you guys can just jump there. And in between, I think I'll just talk whatever. So the timestamp's down below. If you can just click it, it will bring it through right there. So in the Chinese version, how I used to do it is I really brute forced it. So I had way higher level operators than this. If you actually look at it, some of my operators, like my push, aren't even promoted. My XGI is only level 40, E1, my cruise is promoted, level 26, not even 55, right? I don't have any Elite 1 max level operators on the field right now, and I can still make it through because of how clever this is, and I really couldn't come up with something that is so big brain. So yeah, like there's a lot of potentials, especially with these holes and stuff like that. You can really work around with these. So if you just take your time and study the game, this game isn't as bad as just like, oh, just keep grinding your levels. It's not that simple. So as I've said, like an AoE sniper will do better here on the left, facing left, because there's so many enemies coming from the left, right? But seriously, XGI is doing a great job, and Cruise is doing enough damage anyway, so I think that is a fine replacement. So just any sniper I think should do just fine. And we're about to go into 200 zones, 200 territories. So if you have watched Peace Kaus's video, like the to-do list in week 1, he would have mentioned Annihilation 2, and he said you would be clearing about 200 enemies, right? If your operator levels are about the same as mine at the end of week 1, you should be able to clear the entire thing, just like I am right now. It's just you have to know like which operators you're leveling up, and usually having a single target and an AoE healer is always good. AoE mage you always need, 2 tanks is always nice, right? And then 2 snipers you always want. Malentha is always good. A Vanguard that's leveled up, those are all quite obvious. And with these push and pulls, you don't even need to level them up, you just need to bring their skill level up. So yeah, as long as you do it right, this shouldn't be too bad. So there's these guys that just run through your melee operators, which they don't get blocked. And I have enough damage right here, but if I don't have enough damage, this push will actually push them through the hole. And now if you look at the bottom right, the first enemy gets pulled down by rope. It's that simple. So as enemies come through, the bottom right enemies keep coming through as well. And more of these bypassing guys coming from the top that ignores your melee operators. And here comes their leader, who has way more HP, like at least three times the HP, and I can't kill it. So what I do is I let my pusher push it down, like that. Right? And you see, I have enemies coming from the top and the bottom. So if I let F-Eater just push them down, she won't have enough time to recover for her skill. That's why I have a puller down here. Now I don't need her because there's no more guys coming from the top. So F-Eater can just concentrate on pushing these guys coming from the bottom into the hole. That's why I can take my rope back. I have other uses for rope for later. Same for F-Eater. So I'll retrieve F-Eater once all the enemies from the bottom are gone, which is around like 290 or something, 295. I think this is the last one. So retrieve you. Okay, so the thing is, once you push them down, right, you actually want to wait a bit because the AI can be kind of dumb from time to time, and they'll actually retract the enemy earlier than you did, and the enemy just survives. That's what happened to me while I was streaming. Oh wait, did I bring croissant? Okay, that was a mistake. I'll put Kura on right now. That was a mistake, okay? Kura, croissant, any tank would just work. Now you see the point, right? Okay, the next guy we're dealing with is this hateful Avenger, this red katana guy. So he has really high HP and damage, but when his HP falls under 50%, he deals even more damage. So how do we deal with him? Normally I can tank him, but if I want to save myself some HP, there is a easier way to deal with him. So let's just see. I wait for him to move. There's more stuff's coming through. Even if I place my rope now, nothing will happen. And more guys are coming through. Okay. More enemies coming through. So around 322 enemies, I would say. So these three guys from the bottom goes through. You will see the red katana guys start moving. So after this guy goes over, red katana guy starts moving. I'll deploy my rope, and she will pull the boss or the red katana guy in. I'll leave her on the field for a few more seconds and retreat her. And now let's speed up a little bit more. Okay, now you see there's an enemy that's coming from the bottom, going up. So, as you guys probably know, these pushers can only push enemies from the direction they're coming from. So how am I supposed to deal with this guy, right? When I don't have rope here, I'll show you real quick. So he is coming through this way, and you will see him make a turn. Okay? He will be making a turn somewhere like now, and then you place your unit down. This way, I can actually push him off, and I'll take another few more seconds and then retract my F-Eater. That's the only way you can push it down, and I didn't know about it before I watched a video on it, and I think it is genius. I'll speed things up a little bit by using my Skyfire skill. Now look at the red katana guy, okay? You can see that he's not dealing much damage at all, right? Nothing much. About over half health. He's dealing so much damage to my Quora. So that's when you use like some of your healer skill to actually heal your Quora back up before that dies. Okay, now the interesting part. Now you see these leaders, these cast leaders. What you can do is now take back my Zima real quick, and I'll pull this guy over. Pull and gets pushed off by F Eater, and now you're gone. Easy as that, right? That's one easy way to just take off one enemy without using too much resources. Okay, now I'll speed things up a little bit more until we get to the next point. So take care of these magic damage, as many of them as possible, because they bypass your defense and they're really annoying to deal with. But pretty much these parts should be fine. Rope is ready. I'll put her down the bottom right because there will be more enemies coming that way. Another red katana guy and mage from the left. This is about to get exciting, especially when that red katana guy goes under 50%. So I'll start healing, and then these mage are attacking my XGI, right? So I want to retreat her because this silence is also healing my tank. So I don't want silence to be healing my XGI and then separating that healing power. So I'll take my XGI back real quick, and I'll actually use my Quora skill right now and use all my skills to speed things up a little bit. So you see another enemy coming down the bottom, so that's where rope comes in. That is another one done. More enemies coming through, and I think I can use my heal drone around here, I guess. Heal drone around here. And that should be about it. So these mage guys are dealing so much damage as well. But right now, I think the red katana guy is about under half health, so I can start defending. Extra comes back up, dealing damage to the top. Quora is defending herself. And these fat guys are pretty much the last enemies I'll have to face off. So I can do a heal. If this doesn't hold off, I have other ways to do it, definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies. There should be one more. 4 more enemies, so I can retreat my rope back. And then use my Skyfire ability and my Perfumer and all my skills as much as I like. Because I can just speed things up. And that is 400 out of 400 Annihilation 2 on day 2 of launch. Thank you very much. So I do all kind of things like struggling with stages, and I actually help people with stages in the English version if you want to check things out. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the description or just join the stream. I stream every day when the game resets. That is a good way to remember it. So see you guys next time. I will see you in probably a next video that I come up with while I'm streaming. See ya!